Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next episode of FPS in 60 Seconds. This is, of course, my little movie review show. I'm going to talk about the films that I've seen recently and tell you whether or not I think they sink or swim here on Films People Saw in 60 Seconds. We're going to hang 10 and talk about somebody who's quite familiar with water, and it's not this guy, it's this guy. That's right, we're talking about Aquaman. So stay tuned after the break when I tell you just how radical Aquaman really is. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Aquaman review. I've got a lot to talk about in this 60 seconds, so hopefully I can get every thought that I have out in time and I don't have to stretch the limits again, because I actually want to try to abide by my own rules and have a 60-second review, and hopefully my cat doesn't make too much noise and I can actually continue with this review. All that being said, let's dive into the deep end and say that Aquaman is a fantastic fresh foot forward. I cannot believe that I almost missed this movie. I'm so glad I saw it in IMAX 3D because the 3D was beautiful. The creature development and design was fantastic on those trench creatures. The big creature in the end, oh my god, it was all amazing. The horror elements, the balance of comic book nonsense, silliness, and serious character development was so well handled by James Wan. I was terrified about going into this movie because it sounded like so much of a conglomerate mess that it probably should have been like a Justice League scenario, but it was not. Aquaman knocks his home run out of the park. It is so much fun. It is relentless, non-stop action with great character development. Sure, that Patrick guy and Nicole Kidman had some really weird performances, and I hate that Patrick guy. James Wan needs to stop using him. But Willem Dafoe is fantastic. Jason Momoa is fantastic. Like I said, the story is great, and it's so much fun. I literally had my jaw dropped 90% of the time in this movie uncontrollably because it was just so much fun. I'm laughing out loud, and I'm cheering, and I'm going, yes! Oh, it's just so good, uncontrollably. And I don't do that in movies. I'm usually pretty reserved with my in-theater thoughts, but I could not control myself with how much fun this movie is. If you want to have a good time, if you want to enjoy the cheesiness, the silliness of comic book movies, of what it should be on screen, but to the point where it's seriously taken so it doesn't feel cheesy, and that's what this movie does great, and it balances that perfectly. Dark Helmet was fantastic. I wish they could have put him a little bit more in there, but I don't know where, because like I said, there's no frame wasted in this movie. It's 2.5 hours of just non-stop go. There's a couple of tiny pacing issues in the second half, but are so minor compared to everything else that I have to forgive it. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I know I went over time, but I'm pretty well in the limits here, so I gotta say that Aquaman was a huge surprise success for me, and I have to give it a huge 9 out of 10 Holy Hand Grenades of Antioch. I did not expect to see this coming. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a mess because I heard stories of the way James Wan was taking interviews on set. So I was like, how is he going to do this if he's distracted? But lo and behold, we have this beautiful, fun, amazing, hilarious, gripping movie. Character development from the biggest joke in the DC universe, and he's now the highest grossing movie. Like, I am so pleased with this movie, and I cannot recommend it enough. There's probably no way to see it in IMAX 3D anymore, but if there is a chance, go watch it, because it is the only movie that I've seen in the past 5 years that truly utilizes every aspect of IMAX 3D. That being said, it's still going to be fantastic on the 2D screen, so go check it out there as well. I know I'm rambling at this point, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me here on the Aquaman Review Spotlight Edition on Films People Saw in 60 Seconds. So thank you very much for listening and watching, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, subscribe and like the video below so that we can get more of these videos out. And of course, always leave a comment below so you can possibly win your own copy of Jurassic Park on VHS. This will be the last video for this contest. The next video I put out will have the contest winner. So again, tell me what your favorite dinosaur is below in the comments, and you will be entered into the draw to win this very copy of Jurassic Park on VHS. I'll combine every video entry, so don't worry if you comment once. You only get one entry. You can comment a bajillion times, but you only get one entry. And subscribe and like to be fully entered into the contest. And thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for your watching Film People Saw in 60 Seconds. I'll catch you on the next reel. Later days.